So I'm going to show you how to clean a carburetor on a Yamaha Warrior 350. Now this is not the one we're going to be cleaning. I'm going to be showing you an actual OEM. This is not an OEM, but I want to show you this before we get into it. This is going to be where the float is. It's going to be your, for the fuel. This is going to be your main jet. This is your idle jet. This is for your air, just to control your air. So if you're if you're giving it a bunch of gas and it's not going, but it's idling okay, the idle is probably fine. It's probably the main jet that's clogged up. That was a problem I was having with one of my four-wheelers. I'd give it a lot of gas, you know, hit it with my thumb, and it would just bog down. You know, if you're not idling very good, you're having problems getting it started, you might want to check with this jet. Now, if it's just not quite running right, or you're in a different elevation, this is the jet you want to look at, your idle jet. You want to change out that screw. So anyways, I wanted to cover that. That's kind of the four areas that you need to know about before we tear into this carburetor.
There's another one. I think they did not put enough screws in this.
I don't think that's supposed to be like that.
What is it doing? Not moving?
Yeah, it's hard.
Frozen on there?
No, it's if they're gonna strip out, which these are the ones that will strip out. You just gotta put a lot of pressure into them. They're usually pretty tight. Okay. So I got a little carbon in there. We'll clean that up. The gas does smell pretty old. See your jet right there, you can see it's kind of clogged.
Which one's a jet?
This is a jet right here.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yep. Then this is your other jet right here. So we'll see. We'll take all those out of there and clean them up. But that one's right. That's gonna be your main jet right there. What are you saying over there?
I just see a song about Corona.
Corona? Yeah, it's gunked up. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna mark the side of this. We'll wipe it off here in a minute, but I like to indicate where everything was at before I take it loose, so I can know where it goes back.
You count the revolutions?
Yes. Yep. So like this one right here, for whatever reason, is tightened all the way down. It won't go anymore. That's one of the things I tested. So it'll go back to that same location there. Oh yeah, that's all gunked up. Yeah, it came loose. And the old plastic pieces coming out of here from that. I can see through it. That's good. Yeah, but this one right here, this one, you cannot see light through it. So it's all gunked up. It's tight.
To glass to put something away.
Yeah.
She wasn't awake.
Well,
I'm telling you.
so it looks good in there.
So which one's that one?
This one up here, I believe on this, once I pull it out, I'll know for sure, but I think on this carb, they use this to adjust the air. Yeah, I think this is your air adjustment screw.
Do you think that was a little washer head? That
I know.
factory?
This?
Or somebody add that?
Nope, that's factory.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's meant to go there to grab the lip of that right there to hold it, to retain it.
Yeah, one of these days I want to go to the dunes. I've been dreaming of that forever.
What they sent in the kit. I don't think it's going to be the same diameter, so if we can clean this up, we'll probably just reuse this one. But just looking at everything, I don't think this is not going to match up to what we needed to. So I think we just keep what's in there on that part.
Okay. Particular areas you're targeting?
But yeah, what I'm going to do
Another one.
is we're going to work in all these jet areas here. What we
I
want to
have
do
another
is,
one, Dad.
I don't think you need another one.
Okay.
We're gonna throw it through here. When you can see it flowing through, it's not coming back on you. You're coming back out. Then you're pretty much good to go.
Alright, so we come through. Watch out there. Yeah, watch it. Alright, come through. Watch out, buddy. To the back.
I never would have thought of this. Look for any air bubbles.
Yeah.
That light on. Turn on that light.
Nope. Good. Now we don't want to put it in there where we want.
Maybe I'll keep it for spare parts or something.
There you go.
What did you do?
No, I was able to. I gave $40 for the dirt bike,
Yeah.
and I got it out in Georgia anyway. So I was like, you know what? Let's take it up space. I really
It's a,
messed up situation there, huh?
it is. Just sliding that back.
Worked pretty good with this. So. Okay, so we got that going. You should be able to see that it's coming up and down, and it is. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing there. Coming up and going down. Cool. Our main jet. Our very clean new main jet.
So you have to count the turns back in? on
No,
this?
because they had it bottomed out. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back the way it was.
Okay. But if it hadn't been bottomed out,
Yes, then you would want to count the turns on it and put it back the way it was. That's why you notice I marked it. I kind of was paying attention to what it was before I took it out. That's really the whole key to carbs is knowing where they should be.
so if you don't, how do you figure that out? Like if somebody had gotten in there and
It's kind of trial and error at that point, kind of knowing what jet you're messing with and where it most likely should be for the elevation that you're at. But for elevation, you really want to worry about that air screw.
which one?
The air.
Elevation on that one.
Yep. Okay.
Because that's going to control how much air is getting in.
Right. And then this one again, this one was bottomed out as well. This one was this one right here.
Which jet is that?
This is going to be your low. So this one right here is going to be like mashed acceleration, your main jet. And this one right here is going to be your idle jet. So this controls kind of idle. Which, based off of what your bike was doing the other day, I know this is not the carburetor that was on it, right?
Right.
But this would make sense to me because it wouldn't take fuel, because this jet, your main jet, was clogged.
Ah.
So if I had been rebuilding the carburetor that came off of that one
up
that
there.
one right there, that would be an indicator to be like, oh, okay, all right, that makes sense.
Interesting.
That's why I was
Okay.
doing that. So, okay. Back to this guy.
So if it just won't start, would that be probably the main jet then?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's well,
That's going to be this one right here.
the low jet?
Yep. Your idle jet. So this one, again, some of these will be inside of here. So they're real annoying to adjust. This is your airflow, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This one was bottomed out a while ago. So to be able to adjust them, you got to take all this off to be able to adjust it. So with this one being outside, that's cool because you don't really have to do a whole lot to adjust it. You could actually probably adjust this while it's running with a shorty screwdriver. You know what I mean? Like this.
So how would I know if I need to adjust it?
Depending on what it's doing. Like, you know, you're not getting a good acceleration out of it. It's bogging down while you're accelerating. Just not running right. Different things. And I see how this is designed. These are designed to be bottomed out on these.
Oh, okay.
They're not.
So the only one that needs adjusting would be the
This guy
air.
right here, the air.
That ring guy too.
This goes on the main jet. I don't know what that does, but it was there, so I'm gonna put it back.
You just slid it back in there?
Yeah, I slid it back in there. Hopefully now that see it's coming up and down where it should be.
Yeah.
So hopefully now that we got the other nasty boot out of there, it should free it up. So
Hey, Dad.
hey buddy. There we go.
You got it.
How about that? So this is external. It probably keeps some air from going inside there, kind of deal. But I'm not real worried about the cleanliness of it because it's not inside the bowl.
These are the ones that only the one had the washer.
But let's just
Yeah.
use this one because I think that this one's going to do a better job, honestly, even with it being older. And it's not brittle; it's still
Soft.
soft. Yeah. I think that this is the same spring right here, Jason. I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna put this O-ring on this. Now we are going through the spring. The bottom of the spring in there.
So what we do, bottom it out and then come back up?
Yeah,
9?
what we'll do is we'll bottom it out, come back up 9. Visual, because I did 9. We go back in. I think that's it right there. Visually. You want to try that?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, so we've hooked it back up. Got the gas line hooked up here. The vent line there and overflow down there. So it's a cold day. Let's go ahead and pull this out. So got her started up. Got the choke on because it's a cold day. There she goes. Good as new.